The truth in California is that we have a couple million people who don't have lawful documentation. Some of them might have gotten here yesterday, very, very few, but many have been here 5, 10, 20 years or more, and they've become integrated into our economy. And they're doing important work, picking food, working in restaurants, working in construction, not to mention other industries where these millions of people work. So to scare the hell out of them, put them on the run, as it were, is very disruptive to the economy, very disruptive to a lot of very conservative employers and people in agriculture. It exploits fears, and the fear is normal. This is highly political, highly political. I'm trying to not feed the fires of prejudice and fear, but enforce the law, deal with this anomaly of millions of people here that are not lawful, that don't have documentation, and somehow work it through. The right wing is not putting people in buses and marching them across the border. So we have this dilemma that nobody wants to deal with. Legal immigration, cutting that in half, I think is stupid. Now, given cities, they have certain sanctuary rules that are different than the state. If you read that state rule, you're going to find out it's very measured. I substantially modified the original provisions. We're going to have some court lawsuits, and they'll further delineate it, and they may find some changes. But I'm trying to deal with a human crisis. We have people being deported whose children don't even have any parents. We have businesses and communities being disrupted. At the human, I might say the Christian level, we ought to act in a way that is just not scoring political points. And I quite find it kind of disgusting the way some of the officials and others in the media and in politics, they're all exploiting human beings. And I, for one, think it's wrong. Quickie picture. Well, look, this was a carefully drawn statute that was radically changed from its original introduction. But no law is perfect. In some ways, these lawsuits will help clarify it. So I think it's pretty close to what it ought to be, but we'll see what the judges say, and if the cities want to come in, that's fine. But look, let's be honest. There's a lot of politics in this, on all sides. I tried to carve a path down the middle to respect our immigrants, to respect our border, and to respect our law. Here's the problem. I think Fox News exploits this issue. We have criminals that do horrible things all the time. Which ones may be documented, which ones aren't, I'll be glad to look at that. But we have a very strong law enforcement community in the state. And I think to scapegoat the immigrants by these very biased stories, I don't think, look, I want to... With all due respect, with all due respect, I want to protect people. And for you to say that we don't care about victims is really a calumny.
It's not me. It's 12 cities and counties that are doing that, sir.
You just had an hour.
You had your Fox News.